All right, you're on a roll.
What actuaries do is they take your current employees and they make projections. How long are they going to live? When are they going to retire? What's their pension? What are those pension payments going to be out there in the future? Once they have that projected payments stream, they do what's called a net present value. They discount that at a yearly assumed return on investment for a retirement fund and come up with, in order to make that stream of payments that's earned this year always, in order to be able to make that stream of payments, you need to put X in a fund that's going to earn Y%. Like if you put $10,000 into a retirement or into a fund right now that got a guaranteed 10% per year, in 5 years it's going to be worth whatever that number is going to be.
Which is basically how annuities work.
So how annuities work. So that's what they're calculating. It's still estimates, it's still guesses. But the first calculation is, here's your expected stream of payments in the future, and then I discount that by an assumed rate of return to tell you today what that expense is and how much you have to put in. So the way a retirement, a guaranteed or defined benefit retirement system should work is the actuary makes those calculations and says, okay, you got to put $5 million a year, county, into your pension fund this year. County puts $5 million in, earns that 8% a year return that the county tells the actuary is going to earn. It earns it. When this year's employees retire, the people who worked, they retire. There's enough money in the retirement fund so that the day after the last person leaves this vale of tears, there's $1 left in the fund. So there's enough money in the fund when they retire to pay their retirement benefits. That's how it's supposed to work. If you developed what's called an unfunded pension liability, there's really only two things in a simple way of looking at it that could have happened. Either the county didn't pay in what it was supposed to, or it didn't earn what it's supposed to.
And I'm guessing that for Mendocino County, both things happened.
I think both things happened.
All right, I can talk at length to the point of tears. Talk about the vale of tears that you refer to. I could tell our listeners to the point of reducing them to slobbering, blithering crybabies to jelly masses, how our retirement assets have been mismanaged, how one Peter Chan has been hired for the last 25 years on a no-bid sweetheart contract, how he works from a 40-year-old model that does not embrace modern portfolio theory, how our $88 million investment in one bond fund that Dodge and Cox had in their portfolio, Lehman Brothers, Wachovia, which both went bankrupt, subprimes, credit default swaps, all this toxic garbage. Believe me, I can reduce you to a slobbering, crying mass of jelly.
You could, but you won't go on.
But I won't. Did I just do it?
Yes.
I just did. Oh my God!
Can't you hear the calls, all the whining going on right now?
Oh my God! I can't stop myself. I won't go down that road. Tell us. Cover the other half of that. How the county did not make those contributions when they said that they were.
Well, let's set the table real quick. The way the pension fund, benefit works. A person works for a certain number of years. You take an average of the last 3 years of their salaries. Depending on what age they retire at, and depending on whether or not they retire with a qualified disability, which can increase their pension up to 50%. Then there's a formula that's going to calculate what they're going to get, and that's their pension benefit. There is a separate organization, and this is how all pension funds basically work. There's a trust fund that's a legal separate entity established separate from the county. Most counties in the state of California participate in the California Public Employee Retirement System, CalPERS.
Right.
21 counties don't. They have their own independent
and we're one of them.
Retirement systems. We're one of them. We're the smallest of those 21.
And the worst managed.
Well, there we get to it. According to the state controller's office, they produce an annual public retirement systems report. You can go to the California State Controller's Office website. You'll see a link to publications. You go to publications, local government, you go there, you'll find a whole bunch of publications, one of which is public retirement systems. Open one of them up. There will be about 10 or 15 pages into the report, a table that shows you the past several years yield on assets, which is the way they calculate a return on investment. They'll show you yield on assets for all 21 of those counties' systems for several years. The most recent report is 2005. I'm a bit of an aggravating thorn in the State Controller's Office's local government reporting group, because it seems to me that if information comes out too late to have an effect on people, it's worthless, and they're too slow in getting this done. One of the things they point out, though, and this is, I think, kind of an interesting thing, the hardest report they have to produce every year is the Public Retirement Systems report, because it's like pulling teeth to get these county systems and city systems and various state systems to give them the information necessary in order to compile these reports. Okay, if you go back for the last 10 years of information that we have available,